Poland. All right, so this game is it is like a you know, the immediate comparison is Stanley Parable, but there are plenty of these, especially in the more interactive fiction and visual novel space. Games that are sort of about stories. That's what this is. But I think there's something going on here that will really quickly become familiar to Scarlet Hollow players. And I played the intro yesterday and I was like, oh man, I gotta show this. So I've reset all my progress. So let's get this thing going, huh? Sounds good. Volume's good. We're all good. Seems good to me. Dev in chat. Dev in chat. I'm a bit quiet, somebody says. Oh yeah, I messed with my my microphone volume the other day. Where can I turn that up? How's that? Maybe a little higher. There we go. Okay, so this game is voice acted. It's gonna take a load off my my voice. Everybody say hi to the devs. Oh yeah, I'm going in mostly blind, yeah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So the whole text box format should be very familiar. It's basically the same deal. They've also got the that fun little effect from chapter 5. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yeah, the narrator voice is very good. The princess has a very good voice too. She's a lot of fun.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'll have to make sure I read out my my choices. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
All right, we got to do it. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So, our two characters now have the same voice actor, which should be... We've got the voice of the hero and the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, we'll take the blade in case we need it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So something we might notice right away is now that we have the knife, our cursor has changed. Before it was like a dragon's claw, and now it's like looks like a fist clutching a dagger. It's hard to tell what kind of fist it is. It's very small. I think it is the same scaly claw holding a dagger. Might indicate something about our character. What do I think of the new Sunset Visitor game? I don't know anything about it. I have only just begun to have thoughts about it because you said a word.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
All right, we're going down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, it's being published by Black Tabby. So, yeah, Black Tabby this morning announced that they were producing a couple of games. And so Sunset Visitor is one of those. I haven't had a chance to look at the other games they're producing. I know one of them is... one of them is by the duo that has animated the old Batman Spider-Man animations, I believe. And I think the other one is a studio from Singapore that is making a game. But that's all I know. That's all I know so far. I haven't decided yet.
you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Well, she's all the way over there. She's chained up. We'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I don't know anything about this game, Lobo Vermelho, so no spoilers, please.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
There's people out there that think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh, she's normal. You can tell by her eyes.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Internet Crow says, I know nothing about STP, so I'm very hyped. So Stone Temple Pilots was a band. I think they formed in 1991. Their big breakout hit was Plush in 93, I think. Might have been 92. They were around for 5 or 6 years. Really big, and then I believe they're one of those bands whose like lead singers died in like this mass death of like grunge and grunge associated bands in the mid to late 90s. Yeah, they also had Sex Type Thing. They had gosh, it's been a minute. But that's all I know about Stone Temple Pilots. Is that Scott Weiland from Stone Temple? Yeah, he's the Stone Temple Pilots guy. That's right. Well, grunge associated. So, in the 90s, there were a couple of bands, Mother Love Bone, Green River, a couple others, that were based in the Pacific Northwest, some of them in Seattle, but not all of them. And they were like late 80s, early 90s. They had this like punk influenced sound that was just a little bit more mainstream, and not in like a pop punk way, but just in a way that like you could put it on the radio and it sounded different from the punk from the 80s and 70s. And you had like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Nirvana came up and they exploded, and so producers started just grabbing up anybody who had even a remotely similar sound, and they were calling it all grunge, even though that was never really like a single solid movement. So is the game very quiet compared to Worm Girl for anyone else? Probably everyone. I can turn it up a bit. There we go.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Is the game still a little quiet? I can still turn it up more. Alright, I've cranked it up a bit. We'll see how that goes. Might be too loud now.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
So we can see the narrator is not without bias. We shouldn't consider him a neutral party here. On my first run, it did seem like he was like more of a. He didn't really show his ass so much. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
I'm not clicking that. Alright, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Boy. So I think the narrator's right about royalty not really being very good, but he's yet to furnish an explanation for like by what mechanism she will destroy the world, so I'm just gonna let her out.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Well, listen, if you want me to do something, you have to explain why I need to do it, and not just because you said so.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can find something at least to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh no.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
We can holler. Hey, look at this, there's like feathers. I wonder what that signifies.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're gonna save the princess because we're a good guy.
Against your better
Ouch.
judgment,
Oh.
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, we've got one shot.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I'll click resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid
He
hands.
sounds so done with it.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So somebody the other day asked if this is the sound that Wayne is trying to play on day 1 and then again on day 5 in Scarlet Hollow. And I think it might be. I think he might be trying to play the... Yeah, so on my first playthrough, I said no, and I said I'm not doing this, and I said I'm leaving, and a bunch of different stuff happened because of that. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
So last time I met the contrarian, not the skeptic. And the contrarian was pretty funny.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Somebody asked if we are a bird or a kenku. I think we're some kind of dragon because that's what you would expect to interact with a princess, right? Okay, let's assume for a moment that I'm telling the truth, hypothetically. And hypothetically, all of this really did actually happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
I went to the cabin that makes you old.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
This is not the Peterson voice. That would be, you're going to have to clean your room, and this is a story about confronting the divine feminine, the lurking dragon in the Ionic symbolism of the collective unconscious is a symbol of female domination of the male race, and what you have to do is buy a bunch of vitamins from my online service, and that will increase your testosterone level, and then you can read my book. So I thought people were joking when they were calling him Kermit, but he really does just sound like that. Like, why does he... I mean, I want to talk, I got a funny voice, but like, come on. Don't do the Kermit voice for a living.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
The chaotic dragon of femininity, yeah. Man, so what I love about that is it's on his part an utter failure. So he's supposedly he's got a degree in this stuff, right? And he was like a college professor, and Jungian philosophy and like psychology is his whole thing, and he just totally fails to apprehend it. It's really bizarre. And I know a lot of it is just like motivated, like if you start paying somebody to be stupid, they're just gonna be stupid all day, but
this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah. You said something mean to... So somebody, Anastas Signal's fan club says, I love you tried to free her and you said something really mean to me are equally valid reasons for murder.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
So there's four of us.
You're talking in circles.
Did I miss a voice, or is that mean that the player is one of the four? This is the second. We tried to be nice. We tried to not kill her. We wound up cutting her out of her cutting her hand off so she could get out, but the door was locked, and then the narrator tried to make us kill her, and then she killed us, and then here we are. Yeah, player, hero, skeptic.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. All she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
I'll check them.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
The way that lettering is done makes it look like he literally just scribbled it down like 1 second ago.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
This sort of reminds me of playing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. It's like, you're in the woods and you see a fortress. It's like, well, what kind of fortress? It's a goblin fortress. Like, how do the goblins get here? What are they? You just keep interrogating every stupid thing. Like, why is there a dragon in this room? How did it get in there? What's it been eating? Like, the door is not big enough for it to enter and leave by. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Listen, you're the one overcomplicating it. You're the one expecting me to do something without understanding why.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Internet Crow says, look in your pockets. That's right, it's a pair of car keys for a new Volkswagen convertible. We could run her over with that. That would be way easier than stabbing her. I'm not one to shirk responsibility, so I'll just say that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Should we go and do the job, or should we just leave? Should we just I've got Dinamitas. Has anyone seen someone named Mythonix? Says Pointless Inc. 6084. Yeah, I love Mythonix. He's a dear friend of the channel. Used to be Mari Dug, and now he's Mythonix. He's Australian, I think. I did get my taxes done. They took me for everything I have. They repossessed the cat. We'll do it. We'll go slay the princess.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
So when the game started up, so the dev popped in and said hi, and everyone, somebody said, I have a question for the dev, and then the dev said, go ahead, and then they just never responded. I don't know what they were gonna ask.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
I thought it was a cabin. Did I miss a follow-up question about Mythonics? I don't think I did. Yeah, I used to guest on a podcast sometimes with Mythonics and for Polo and a Dark Raccoon and All Bones Jones. It was great fun.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think our guy is roughly like man-sized. We're kind of like a little bit over eye level with the princess. Yeah, the squiggle vision is fun. I like the it's a nice effect. And I like that some items, like the mirror and the knife, are not in squiggle vision. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
That's definitely is like D&D coded. Like the DM is describing the room. You're like, you didn't say anything about the mirror. That must mean it's...
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There was no mirror in the cabin. There was just like a simple little table, and this was a normal door, and everything just looked... It's like made of wood, not brick.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
We do have to look in the mirror. Yeah, okay, let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
I wonder if there's a route where you can collect all of like the most wretched and stupid voices, like Disco Elysium, where you're just half-light maxing. Samantha Unseemly says, "Yo, why am I a bird? Because I'm beautiful and cute." Or I guess we are beautiful and cute. You, me, hero, narrator, skeptic, and yeah, everybody in chat. We're gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Bunger says, "I'm no bird, bud." Alright, but if you're gonna hang out and chat, you have to be beautiful and cute.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you,
No.
the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I noticed that last time too. I figured the other one was for us.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
We'll chat.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Was her left hand unshackled? She's like hiding it, or was it just the fold of her dress covered it?
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. It's complicated things. How exactly?
Accidentally stepped on the line there. That was my fault.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
This is a blind playthrough for me, pointless, and chat is on a no spoiler warning.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Somebody said, shocking given how much I've talked up Scarlet Hollow that this is my first playthrough. Scarlet Hollow is more my kind of story. I find it's, less of a meta-narrative, more of a I won't say this game isn't character driven, because it clearly is, but it's more, I don't have a good word for it. It's more Scarlet Hollow-y. But Black Tabby Games tweeted this morning that this game has sold 10 times more copies than Scarlet Hollow, which is crazy to me. Or was it? This game's like 100K, or this game's like 1 million, and Scarlet Hollow's like 100K. So y'all need to get those numbers up. That other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
All right.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will.
Yeah, Hack Big Mac says that Slay the Princess is a complete product and Scarlet Hollow is still in development. Yeah, but I mean, the people who are like... I understand the fear of like, oh, what if I really like this and then it's just not happening anymore. But like, you're gonna miss the party. Like the party's happening now, and there will be some, definitely some buzz when it wraps. But like, you have potentially a couple of years to be in this active fandom, and then when it's over, it's over. It's
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Alright, we're doing it.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Somebody says manly badass hero really helped the popularity of this game. Yeah, he's always he plays everything, but he's the reason I found Lily's Well, which is a game. I did a playthrough of it on the other channel. I should get that edited and posted here. Because I don't really use the VOD channel anymore. But if you head over to the Worm Girl VOD's channel, there's a full playthrough on there, I believe, of Lily's Well, which is a really cute little it's like a it's kind of like a Faith, where it's like Atari style. But it's a little bit more, oh gosh, what was that computer format that had 4 colors? It's like everything was like black, white, cyan, or magenta.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Yeah, look at her face. We can kind of get a little bit... She looks disappointed.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch?
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know that was going to happen to me?
No.
Yeah, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
I won't demean either of us with this with those options.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they
I suppose you're correct. Things
That's
are
right.
changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And...
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
That's nice.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Ah. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The way he said there's something dreadful about it was Bloodborne coded. I will not explain.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror has never scared us before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Despite everything, it's still you. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you who sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I thought I was a person, but then I looked in the mirror and I was like a monster. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator? I'm looking for the narrator. I lost him.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
I know you're not the princess in like the literal sense, but are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
So the reason I was immediately like, oh, I have to reset my progress and stream this is because oh, we got a dono coming in. I'll let that play.
She's laying on my princess Tilida. This game is so good. Black Tabby Games is goated. Also, have you seen the smooching update for Look Outside?
Thank you for the dono, Fat Pretzel. And yes, I have. The smooching update was really good, and it's great. It was a April Fool's update, but if you name yourself Casanova, you can still get all that content. It's very silly. Sam is a bisexual madman. Anyway, when I was first playing this, I got to this scene through a different route, but I did get here, and I was immediately like, oh, it's Wayne. Like, this is not that this is literally the sort of thing that Wayne is, or that this is like in continuity with that game, but the if you know the story, I think you'll know what I mean. But let me get through this scene first. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is determined, but also cautious. one that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
And I think also anybody who saw the Chapter 5 thing, this is very similar to what's going on with Sybil. And in fact, the achievement you get for being in a relationship with Kanika and letting that whole Chapter 5 thing happen is she will make for a sacrificial heart. So obviously they're also aware of the parallels. But then, you know, the scene with the hands kind of, it's all very familiar. Have I ever read any Octavia Butler? Wayne stuff reminds me of the Patternist series. No, is Octavia Butler the that's not the robot one, is it? Also, this music is reminding me of the Carmilla music. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Fat Pretzel says, if Slave the Princess and Scarlet Hollow are the same universe, I think I'm going to scream. I think they're explicitly not. But the idea of Wayne as this thing from outside the world that is trying to come in and use people to be a person, right? Like, that's what he's doing. He's this sort of... There was even a reference to nerves, right? Like, so he can come into a body and then live a life as a person. And I think that's all he really wants, but obviously that comes at the expense of the person. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
No, you're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Alright. Why not?
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab. Okay. Let's do a thing that I've done before. Well, no, let's go kill her. Yeah, that's sweet. I've always wanted off Monarch. Viva la
That's the
Revolution.
spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What's the patron tier where you burrow in someone's eye?
Bloodborne tier? I don't know. Does seem like a thing a bloodborne creature would do. Obviously, it's a look outside thing, but.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End
Hesitation
this.
is death. We know this.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some sort of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a
no.
pulse?
I should not have doubted.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
We'll just check. Like it's fine, right? Like there's no way this could go wrong. She's not gonna jump up and stab us.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Hey, Duke
See
says that.
you around.
I've noticed a few.
So close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I noticed that quote was something that Duke says, that kind of sticks out when he says it. It's when when you're with him on the first day and he says that he's going to kill the mountain lion, you can say, wait, if you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. And he answers, well, he killed my chickens, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. And it sticks out as like a pretty intense thing to say. It's fun seeing those little callbacks. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
It sounds like...
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Ultra-rich light-bending guy? Oh my god! You're not an ultra-liberal, Harry. Sounds like Everett Clare. Oh god, is it Everett Clare? Christian says, a serious question, have I listened to the Magnus Archives, the audio drama written by the voice actor who plays the narrator? No, I have not. Well, I've listened to a couple of the first episodes. At the time, it was on, I didn't have like a podcast getting service. I know there's like apps that'll get them for you. So I was like, oh, I'll just get it from the website. And the site that they were hosting those podcasts on was really difficult to like it was like a huge like rigmarole just to get an MP3 downloaded from this thing. And this was like 2019, 2018. It's a lot of fun, Harry. Let me look up who plays Everett Clare. Tariq Khan. Okay, no, but Mr. Dubois, you're looking rather unwell. Vocal stimming Everard. Mr. the Cheated is helping me find my dagger. Sorry, my pristine blade. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Wait, no, wait, I already said that. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
It's a lot of
We
fun,
know what to look
Harry.
out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I am eating hot chip.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mr. Adler is helping me find my girlfriend. Mr. Adler is helping me find my girlfriend. Oh, that's why... That's even funnier with Signalis, because she is stuck in a loop. I don't want to say cock carousel anymore. God, I love that game. Let's just take the blade and get down
You
there.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Castor says, Mr. Beltboy is helping me find the other girls. I think it would be Beltboy, and he would be saying, Mr. Rodriguez is helping me find the girl. Let's go ahead and enter the basement. Oh, the mirror disappeared.
The
Interesting.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
You're in my head.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
He also sounds like a Yarnum guy. But not just because he's English, he's got that.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely
She's
zero
sweating.
doubts she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little birdface thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Modulation on her voice, I think it's just a compressor or something. It's making her sound like a character in Enna, I think. Like it's tripping some like voice memory for me. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we just need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Bye worm and wormlings. Bout a game with me brother. Have much fun in Regicide. Innocent princess, not going to Shtaba.
Thank you, the fat pretzel. Oh boy, I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I can't, it's...
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
I'm gonna turn the auto dialogue speed. Boy, is left faster or is right faster? How do you tell? It says time, so...
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. Sorry. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like.
I like the way that the folds of her dress like catch the
Thinking
shadow
about
of her,
dying makes us as
like the
good
silhouette
as
of her
dead.
legs.
The only thing
It was really
that
cool in
matters
some of the
is survival.
last shots.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Boy. All of these ideas, that is exactly a Disco Elysium thing. Boy. So we could try flirting. We could try fighting.
Finally caught a stream. Just wanted to say loving the stream and the content you put out. Hope you are doing well, D.
Infamous Horizon with $100 no-no. Jeez, thank you so much. Do you want to choose what we do here? We could flirt, we could fight, we could, be obsequious, we could panic, we could try to endure, we could fight ourselves with our knife, or we could think of something better. TV's Brent suggests we can riz our way out of this. But if Infamous Horizon has a suggestion, I'm all ears. A lot of people are saying Riz. I might have to go with that. We just gotta hit her with the, you sort of bite the inside of your cheeks, you push your tongue into the roof of your mouth, you make sure you're standing up straight, and you turn away a little bit, and you just hit her with that, like the slight left turn, like Zoolander. Alright, it's Riz.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes.
I'd rather not.
Yes.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
Well, she clearly does.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
Yep, give her the look.
The look. The look. We've all used it. Yeah, do you not know about the look?
Even I know about the look.
You flash the princess the look. And a rosy
Yeah.
blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to
She's
work,
just gonna
isn't
kill
it?
us anyway, isn't she?
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
That works,
Or
yeah,
not.
that's fine.
At least she likes
All right.
us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers skewers you. Ow.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die.
Did we die?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
All right. Let's fight her. Or we could take some advice from the last time when we stabbed her and she just kind of like no-souled it. Yeah, let's no-sell it because she's obviously faster than us. But it doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
That's not gonna help.
We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die. Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
It's like Matt
Sure,
Berry.
I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
The sharp hands
Fine
of
by
a
me.
beautiful woman.
Walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Would I recommend this game? Yes, it's very funny.
You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Okay.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Jackpot.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Of course, the stubborn
That
would like her.
looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just a
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as your blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So I think, obviously, the use of the very similar language to what happens with Sybil in Scarlet Hollow is a... Again, that is not to say that these are the same type of creature or whatever, but the language is indicating that you can understand these ideas the same way, or at least that we are being led to understand these ideas the same way. So that might influence how you feel or not about what Sybil's doing in Scarlet Hollow. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What's it feel to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature.
Good night, TV's Brent.
And there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be.
You were the reason I got into
This is
fear
the
and
only
hunger.
path forward.
Far Cry, and I just finished Scarlet Hollow because of you. While it's been a huge distraction, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan from HR. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
And what I like about looking at Wayne through this kind of perspective is it... So this creature exists by sort of consuming these other people, right? But it's hard to, like, blame it just for its nature, right? And it's also difficult to say what exactly is happening to the people who are being consumed. Because I get the sense that it's not like a discontinuity, it's like going from a stone on the beach to a stone in a wall. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
So, just to address a couple of questions, Samantha Unseemly says, will this be on the VOD channel that I mentioned? So this is actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to the, I guess you're on it, if you click the live tab, all past live streams that I've done from this channel are there. So you'll just be able to access it right there. No waiting needed or anything. As soon as the stream's over, it'll be there. And it stays there for good. And then Mickey CFS says the sort of non-judgmental, I would say more objective, examination / exploration of otherworldly powers and what it would mean to be something so inhuman scratches such a satisfying itch. I highly recommend Who's Lila. It's a very strange game, and Flawed Peacock here on YouTube did a wonderful, wonderful video exploring it. If you just want to see a kind of a blind playthrough, Super Great Friend did one. Both of those are wonderful. Flawed Peacock is more like a video I would do, where he just kind of explores the whole story and tries to figure out what's going on. Those are both very, very cool explorations of that game, which is also an exploration of something hard to understand. The name's Lila. Oh yeah, Jacob Geller, I believe, did mention Who's Lila. Very, very cool game. Lila's the one where, yeah, you're playing a character who can't control his facial expressions, and so you have to, like, click and drag like it's Mario 64. And it's a very silly setup, but it becomes, like, kind of stressful, because you're having to, like, keep your face correct during a police interrogation. It winds up being, like the struggle to, like, mask to get through, like, some mundane interactions that can have some really dire consequences. And then it gets you thinking, like, what is the nature of a face and of identity? Why does that have more power than your words? That kind of thing. It's very cool. Patternist, Internet Crow says, Patternist series goes into that. Singular consciousness is being pulled into a collective pattern, which is then controlled by a pattern master. So it is my firm belief that none of us are a single consciousness. I don't think that's what we are. I've told this story before in the Discord, but I had an infection once. It was just like it didn't even give me any symptoms really, except that it irritated a part of my vagus nerve, which is a nerve that runs through your torso, and that's the nerve that gets stimulated if you are having a heart attack. And it causes an intense sensation of dread and an obsession with like death and all this stuff. It basically triggers a panic attack. And because this nerve was being irritated by a very minor infection, I was having a panic attack for like 6 months non-stop, basically. And I thought I was going insane. I didn't understand what was happening to me. And, it completely changed my outlook and my, and everything. And then finally I realized, like, oh, this is probably because I took those antibiotics, and this is a thing that can happen from those. It's a rare thing. So I just got some more antibiotics, and it went away immediately. And it was like 6 months of this really intense, like, dark emotional and mental place that it dragged me to that I had no control over. And that wasn't even inside of my head. That was like a nerve that's in my chest or in my stomach. So the idea that you're a brain in a jar piloting your body like a robot, and that you have like an independent single identity, that's nothing. That's just a shoddy idea that we've come up with to try to make sense of the world, but it is not reflective of reality, and if you start thinking about it that way, then what about all the people you know? What about all the stuff you read? What about what you're watching right now? Like, what about the communities that you're involved in? Those bleed into you and influence you just as much as the germs in your guts, right? So where you end is not at the barrier of your skin, obviously, because, like, yeah, and it was exhausting. Somebody said that sounds exhausting. Have I seen Pluribus? No, I haven't. The concept didn't really grab me right away. I know it's the Better Call Saul people, so probably should watch it at some point. But yeah, Ruminite says your brain is better described as two halves that are working together. That's true. There's a CGP Grey video about this. You have your brain is basically a side that can communicate with the outside world and a side that cannot, and you have this like silent partner backing you up your whole life. Decker Delgado says we are more than the sum of our parts. I think so, yeah. And I also think we're, you know, are you the same person you were yesterday? And functionally, yeah, but like all of the electrical impulses that made up your thoughts and actions yesterday are gone. Those have been spent. All of the chemicals are gone. The nerves are the same, but a lot of the cells have turned over. So there's this thing where people want to say like, you know, think about how much the hormones that your body makes, which are not inside of your brain, think about how much those influence your thoughts. Think about how much your mood can change because of the weather or whatever. It's wild. You are systems upon systems upon systems upon systems made up of trillions of individual cells and ideas and the echoing will of other organisms like yourself. Johnny Smith says the CGP Grey video is actually pretty misleading and glosses over the flaws of the studies he references. That's interesting. I would like to see the what he had wrong there. So, as we ruminate on that, we will, what do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
I suppose that's true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So, something that Black Tabby Games said about this game versus Scarlet Hollow. This is a game where there are no wrong answers, and Scarlet Hollow is meant to be a game where there are no right answers, which is fun. Internet Crow says the brain in the self is a beautiful, ever-changing chemical reaction. Being a person is being in a fireworks show, or is being a fireworks show. That's true, and we are the temporary manifestations of an explosion that is the entire universe. We are ripples in the blast wave. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
All right. I don't want to say anything in any of these things, so I will just, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, let's see. Let's just not say anything and go and see if we can set her free.
You make your way up the short path.
We'll skip the ones we've already seen.
Her voice softly carried.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
We did that before.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You try the door,
Good. We've tried that
but it's
before.
locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
God.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Or we could use it to free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
So we're not able to do the same things we've done before, so I don't think this will get us the same results. And this is obviously a different princess, so let's do that.
Fine.
I think.
Against your
Her
better
mouth.
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's
She looks
arm,
like Grub.
just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
So he tried this before.
Can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
So before, we warned her and she was able to kill us. I don't think this is the same princess though, so...
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held
hunger
low,
slash
ready
sound.
to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to
Someone's got
connect.
moves.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So John Smith says about the split brain experiments that CGP Grey accurately presents the results of the experiments, but his conclusion that there's a second consciousness hidden in the brain isn't very motivated. I think you meant to say is very motivated. Yeah, makes sense to me. I mean, the thing I would want to wonder about is we don't know a whole lot about the degree to which the two halves are communicating and what that communication even means in terms of that being two individuals, right? Like, it is sort of an odd set of conclusions. Although, if you look at like the bilateral symmetry in the rest of our body, we have two lungs. Each lung is its own lung. So there's something there, I think. Okay.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
He's
If
back.
we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
New York
We'll
City.
see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over
Narrator.
this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Let me, gosh, what am I? Matt Berry was in a show, before IT Crowd. It's one of the older things he was in. I always forget the name of it, but he kept saying whiskey in the show, and it was like every single time he said it, he found a new syllable. It's like, whiskey. It was amazing. It's very good stuff.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison
Snuff box, that's for
befitting
sure.
a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's just run up on that mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
You don't want to be spoiled
What
at
are
all
you
for this
talking
game.
about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
So if you're gonna play it, I would
Or
say
at least it'll be a mirror
just
once we
grab it and
wipe
start
off that
playing.
layer of grime.
So I love, this is not too, the art is beautiful and detailed, but it's so funny when they, like for a zoom in shot, she'll just like redraw, Abby will just like redraw one of these, and it's just like real fast graphite, or I think this is all graphite.
I hope this is how you send money on YouTube.
Oh, it is. Jeez, thank you so much. I be out there getting this paper. Well, thank you for giving some of it to me, because, that's a very handy thing right now. Alright, later, Alchemist. You can always find the VODs in the live tab on the channel, so... Let's wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
So we know about our feathers. Is it normal to have feathers? Nobody else has feathers. We're not taking the knife down there. Bad things will happen. Gotta break the door or
The
something.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Pleasure.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
This is Democracy Manifest. You know your judo well, sir. That's Australia. It's Queensland. Let's rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it.
But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave and then figure out our whole lives. We figure out what we want to do next. Yeah. A succulent princess? A succulent chained up princess?
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Camelepardus said, did you just have that ready to go or what? No, that was the title card for when I was letting the stream load, and I recognized the scene, so I just tabbed out and hit view, or hit visible real fast. No, I think we can open it if we try together. That's true love, and that's what's going on here. Right? So, alone, neither of us is getting out of here, but together, two become one.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together.
Together.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
I'm going with the smitten. The smitten says, stop with these interruptions. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. He's, we have to trust in love.
Yes,
Take a chance that love exists.
That, aren't you? You cross
As,
the room, opening the
Sister
door
Calderon
to the cabin,
says.
and then you step outside.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold.
Oh no,
Is
I didn't
being
think about
happy
this part.
supposed to be so cold?
She's cold.
Quick, our feathers.
Back.
Got them all,
Undo.
and weave her a coat
Undo. Go
worthy
back.
of a princess.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
She's gone.
Memory returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
So this line, I recall, is somewhere in Scarlet Hollow. It's the end for you, but not for me. That one's... Somebody says that. I think Wayne says that. I don't remember. But then also, I think somebody says... Somebody says that we'd probably be doing her a favor thing, but I don't remember where or when. There's just a couple of those like repeated lines that I'm picking up on. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
One moment. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, no, that doesn't look good. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions
And
don't
yet
exist.
my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
It's Ikigai Kosei. He's back. Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Oh, don't put it that way. That's
Do
gross.
not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Alright, let's go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods.
Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
So this is the first one I did? Or not the first one, this is the second thing I did? I don't remember. I think it was the first one, actually.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
We're going to turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Quietly continue down the path.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And of course you'll recognize this from
Would you look at
the
that?
Ghost Hunt
You're
in
at the cabin
chapter
again.
3.
Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'm going to start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too
This one's
stubborn for
signal
that,
is coded.
aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility.
Murph,
You
don't let
care
me go,
more about
Murph!
irritating me than
Murph!
you do about the fate of the world.
Murph, don't let me go!
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain
Murph, I'm in the
death.
Tesseract!
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Good.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What happened with my voice? I was just doing, Interstellar. Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar when he's in the Tesseract. And he's like, Murph! Murph, don't let me go! Murph, don't let me leave! How does the world end? He never explains that. It just does. The world does just end. And we've already seen that happen a couple of times. Well, what happens is the entity grabs up the princess and then the story ends. So that's how the world ends. Yep. Okay, heading to the cabin now. I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
John Smith says excellent MM impression. All right.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
That's what I like about princesses. I stay the same age, they stay the same age.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts.
Check it out,
as
I'm in the
facts
cabin
and to
like
guide
princess.
you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
That's also Bloodborne.
What you're seeing
Cody.
here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Can we throw the knife out the window?
You take the blade from the table.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Let's hold it the other way.
Switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
The icon changed.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, it really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
So every time we've tried to approach the mirror before,
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Oh.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
So, my favorite bit of this is that the legs on the chair are all wrong. They're like all the wrong lengths. It's like somebody just very hastily drew a chair without... Or, I'm sorry, a table, not a chair.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Alright, so we could take the harsh stairs to the left, the center staircase, or the soft stairs to the right. Gosh. I feel like the harsh stairs are more contrarian. Like, just doing the most messed up and wrong thing. Yeah, let's do it.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears,
and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Went down the Evangelion stairs.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I like the, there's a sense where, like, I'm always really happy to see the princess when we... Like, I'm always looking forward to running into her. Like, what is she gonna be this time? What's gonna be going on? It's a funny feeling to... Like, a funny trick that the game has pulled. Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Oh, Chad's
We're
gonna go
probably
feral.
stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Yes. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
There's
And
more
what's
of you
that
now.
supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Wait. So there's 3 options here now. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Or regretfully think about that time you threw the plane out the window. But those are all just one option because there's 3 of her, right? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
So Hierophant asks, will I do normal reviews? Yeah, those never stopped. And somebody else asked what I'm working on now. There's a Final Fantasy VIII video, what happens in Final Fantasy VIII, that is, it's coming along. I've been in the audio recording process, all the footage is recorded and everything, so I'm just doing audio and editing, so it'll be a couple weeks, I think. If I let you out of here, what are you gonna do?
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, so now we just have these 3 options. I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything in here. Leave her in the basement. And regretfully think about that time you threw the blade out the window.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's gonna be okay.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into a reflection. Silences reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Oh, I was confused about what was going on with Dread AB, but it looks like it's a lyrics for Approach Her. No, we haven't learned anything about her name,
beyond
Camelot.
the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people. I think, at least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Oh wow, so he does, yeah. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? You know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Suppose that was a stupid question. Alright, let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. So, I think I will stop it here because the next time I stream
You're on
this...
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I want people who join next stream to be able to follow what's going on, and it sounds like after this run we're going to have a little bit of a revelation, and that would be nice for first-time joiners to see, because that would otherwise make the next stream pretty confusing, I think. Also, my back hurts. So I shall save in empty slot. Thanks everybody for dropping in. This has been a great stream. I got one more till I hit the end game. Oh, so this is a shorter game. Okay. And I will see you all next time. Also, if you like this, Scarlet Hollow it plays with so many of these same ideas, but it's much more character focused on a single narrative, and the way it branches are more it's ways to get different perspectives on a single story. It's super cool. This game's also really cool. I'm glad I picked it up. Do I have any game suggestions? Or do I want any game suggestions? I highly recommend Horror Veil. I mentioned it on your Silent Hill stream. I think I looked at that one. That's like a lo-fi Silent Hill type game, right? Somebody's gonna get out of here and eat zucchini? Wow. Can I Romeo as a dead man? I cannot. I've got too much on my plate. These the longer videos take forever to make. It's many hours. All right. I will see. Oh, someone says, "Yo, the Sumito collab was sick." That's thank you so much. I'm glad for everybody who tuned into that, and go check Sumito Media out. He's great stuff. It's fun being on the on the podcast. There's a lot of great discussion to be had. Let's get that text on the screen one more time. Yeah, that's the stuff. Thanks, everybody. Good night.